Welcome to Good English Now. I'm Andrea, and today we're going to improve your English skills with an engaging conversation about expressing opinions and making important decisions. But first, let's learn about an important phonogram, T-I-O-N, shun. The T-I-O-N phonogram is pronounced shun and is often used at the end of words. It's commonly found in words related to actions. Listen for this sound in our story and watch for the highlighted shun words. Now let's begin. Thanks for coming over, Jack. Can I get you something to drink?
Just water's fine. Thanks. So you say you have something important to discuss.
Yes, I do. I've been offered an incredible opportunity, a position as a senior curator at the National Gallery of Australia.
Wow, that's huge news. Congratulations. But Australia? That's on the other side of the world.
I know, it's an amazing prospect, but I'm feeling quite torn about it. On one hand, it could really advance my career. On the other, I'd be so far from everyone.
I can see why you're in a dilemma. What are your thoughts so far?
From where I stand, this could be a once-in-a-lifetime chance to work with world-class collections, but I'm not sure if it's worth being so far from family.
I see what you mean. Have you considered how it might affect mom and dad? They might find it hard to have you so far away.
That's a good point. I have thought about it, and it does make me feel apprehensive. But at the same time, I'm worried I might regret not taking this opportunity.
I'm not entirely convinced that's a strong enough reason. Couldn't you find a greater opportunity closer to home?
I'm afraid I can't agree with that. You might be right, but there's no guarantee. Plus, the cultural experience would be incredible. Think of all I could learn.
I see things a bit differently. As far as I'm concerned, family should be the priority. We've always been close, and that distance could change everything.
Hmm, I don't quite see it that way. While family is important, I believe personal growth and career development are crucial too.
I'm not sure that's a fair assessment. Don't you think you're underestimating the impact of being so far from your support system?
I understand your concern, Jack, but don't you think it's important for me to grow in my career too?
Of course it is. I guess I'm worried about how this might affect our family dynamics. What if you decide to stay there permanently?
Oh, Jack, could you explain that a bit more? Are you afraid I'm going to forget you all?
Maybe a little. It's just such a big change to get my head around. We've always been there for each other, and now you'll be on the other side of the world.
I appreciate your honesty. Look, I'm still weighing my options. I need more time to think it through. It's not like I'd be gone forever.
I know, but it's not the same as having you just a short drive away. Have you talked to mom and dad about this yet?
Not yet. I wanted to get your perspective first. What do you think I should do?
Honestly, I think perhaps you should discuss it with the whole family. It might help to hear everyone's thoughts before you make a decision.
You have a point there. You're right. I should involve everyone in the conversation.
And whatever you decide, you know we'll support you, right? Even if we might not like it at first.
Thanks, Jack. That means a lot. How about we organize a family dinner this weekend to talk it over?
Sounds like a plan. And hey, if you do go to Australia, I expect some kangaroo souvenirs.
Deal. And you'll have to promise to visit. Maybe we can go surfing together.
Now that would be a sight. But seriously, Emma, have you researched what life in Australia would be like? It's a big move to relocate to the other side of the world.
I've done some research, yes. The lifestyle seems amazing. Beautiful beaches, great weather, and a strong emphasis on work-life balance. but I'm a bit concerned about the cost of living, especially in major cities.
That's a valid concern. What about your social life? You'll be starting from scratch, wouldn't you?
True, that's another thing I'm apprehensive about. Building a new social circle takes time, but I've always been quite outgoing. So I'm hopeful I could make new friends through work and social activities.
I'm sure you would. You've always been good at connecting with people. But what about your long term career goals? How does this fit into your overall plan?
Well, in my view, this position could be a stepping stone to even greater opportunities in the future. The National Gallery of Australia is world renowned, and having that on my resume could open doors I can't even imagine right now.
I can see how that would be tempting. But have you considered looking for similar opportunities in Europe? It might be a good compromise, advancing your career without moving quite so far away.
That's not how I see it. Europe might be closer, but Australia offers unique experiences and perspectives that could really set me apart in my field.
I guess I can understand that. But what about the practical aspects? Have you thought about visas, healthcare, and all that stuff?
I've started looking into it. It seems complicated, but the gallery would help with the visa process. As for healthcare, Australia has a pretty good system for what I've read.
That's good to hear. But don't underestimate the emotional challenges. Being so far from home during the holidays or if something goes wrong. That's tough.
You're right. I hadn't really thought about missing family events and holidays. That would be hard.
Look, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. It's an amazing opportunity, and I'm proud of you. I just want to make sure you're considering all your angles.
I really appreciate that, Jack. Your concerns are valid, and they're giving me a lot to think about. Maybe I should make a pros and cons list.
That sounds like a sensible approach. And remember, whatever you decide, it is not necessarily permanent. You can always come back if it doesn't work out, right?
Absolutely. That's a comforting thought. Thanks for talking this through with me, Jack. It's really helped to get your perspective on things.
Anytime, sis. That's what brothers are for. Now, how about you tell me more about this fancy curator job? What kind of exhibitions would you be working on?
Oh, I'd love to. They have an amazing collection of Indigenous Australian art that I'd be overseeing. There's this one piece. Now it's your turn to practice. Let's go through some key phrases from our story. Repeat after me. From where I stand, this could be a once in a lifetime chance. From where I stand, this could be a once in a lifetime chance. I'm not entirely convinced that's a strong enough reason. I'm not entirely convinced that's a strong enough reason. Could you explain that a bit more? Could you explain that a bit more? Great job. These phrases are excellent for expressing opinions and asking for clarification. Let's test your understanding with some questions. Speak your answer out loud. What job opportunity was Emma offered? That's right, a position as a senior curator at the National Gallery of Australia. What was Jack's main concern about Emma's potential move? Yes, he was worried about how it might affect their family dynamics and Emma being far from her support system. What solution did Jack suggest for making the decision? That's right. He suggested discussing it with the whole family to hear everyone's thoughts. Excellent work. Let's review our TION phonogram. Remember, it's pronounced shun. Let's practice with some words from our story. Position, position. Collection, collection. Conversation, conversation. Now let's focus on a tricky pronunciation. The word apprehensive can be challenging. Remember, it's pronounced apprehensive. Apprehensive. I feel apprehensive about the move. I feel apprehensive about the move. Well done! Today we followed Emma and Jack as they discussed a significant career opportunity and practiced expressing opinions and asking for clarification. We also learned about the shun phonogram and how to pronounce apprehensive correctly. Well, here's a challenge for you. Think of an important decision you need to make. Write down your thoughts using the opinion phrases we learned today, and practice saying them out loud. This will help reinforce what you've learned and improve your fluency in expressing opinions. Remember to watch this video multiple times, pausing to repeat phrases and practice pronunciations. If you've enjoyed this lesson, please like and subscribe for more helpful English learning videos. Don't forget to leave a comment with any words you find difficult to pronounce or suggestions for future lessons. Additional resources and exercises for this video can be found in the link below. For more Good English Now, click the next video.